Now, Yeong, I heard that today you're going to take us on a trip through time.
That's right, Soa. So it's a journey through 100 years of Korean modern art history, starting from the early 1900s all the way to the late 1990s, which visitors can now enjoy at the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Gwacheon.
So that's two exhibitions running at the same time, right?
Exactly, and in one single building. When you look at them both together, it really does feel like you're taking a walk through a century of Korean art. So let's take a look together.
100 years of modern and contemporary Korean art, now in one place. The National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Gwacheon is offering a rare panoramic look at a century of Korean art in an exhibition so large that the museum has separated it into two parts, Korean Modern and Contemporary Art 1 and 2. Part 1 covers the early 20th century, a period marked by Korea's rapid modernization, colonial occupation, and national division. Part 2 picks up after the Korean War and traces the evolution of Korean art through post-war reconstruction, industrialization, and democratization. Together, they feature more than 250 key works by over 100 artists, offering a rare panoramic look at a century of Korean art. Visitors say the opportunity to view both exhibitions together is a rewarding experience.
I've been waiting for part 2 because I love modern and contemporary art. I actually saw part 1 of the exhibition before, and I really liked how it was divided by time period. It made things easy to follow. Personally, I love the transition from figurative to abstract art during this era, so it was great to see works by artists like Yoo Young-guk and Lee Sung-ja all in one place.
Both exhibitions have sections called the Artist Room, dedicated to showcasing works by renowned artists such as Kim Hwan-gi and Yoon Hyung-gun. Another highlight is a section that re-examines under-recognized figures.
This section focuses on female modernist artists. These women weren't tied to major art groups or ideologies, but rather they focused on their own unique styles. Their works bring a rich new layer to the male-dominated history of Korean modern and contemporary art.
The exhibition closes with the debut of Sternbound No. 23, a major installation by contemporary artist Ibul. Suspended in air with steel, mirror, and film components, the futuristic piece explores themes of technology, the human body, and utopia.
There's growing interest in Korean culture both at home and abroad, but not many chances to explore the history of Korean art. We hope this exhibition gives visitors a clear, step-by-step look at how Korean art has evolved over the past century.
By presenting parts 1 and 2 side by side, MMCA Gwacheon allows visitors to follow a full arc of Korea's modern artistic transformation, from the days of colonization to modern global expression. The museum says it plans to keep the dual exhibitions running for at least 2 years.
It's very intriguing to see how art goes through transformations based on historical events.
Right. So I get that the exhibitions are divided by before and after the Korean War, but how does a shift in time period actually show in the artwork?
Well, great question, Bella, because I do think it can be difficult for people like me who aren't savvy in art to understand and see the differences right away. So I asked the curator, and she gave us some great pointers. Let's take a listen.
Part 1, which covers the first half of the 20th century, reflects a time of intense historical upheaval. In contrast, Part 2 features works created after Korea became a more stable, modern nation. Seeing the two periods side by side offers a fascinating comparison.
Well, if visitors keep that in mind, it's going to really help them to understand the pieces better, especially those who haven't visited the exhibition yet.
Right, and there's also another interesting part that I would love for visitors to see in part 1. So before, women were usually depicted in artwork doing essentially nothing, as the curator put it. Maybe they're laughing or talking to each other, but that's about it. However, in the mid-20th century, women were started being depicted as professionals and actually doing something in artwork, like the famous painting by Yoon Tae.
Wow, now I really think that I'll have to visit this exhibition very soon, and I think our viewers will give our viewers a great chance and opportunity to learn about Korean modern and contemporary art as well.
Exactly, and I also have some great news for international visitors. These exhibitions are highly accessible and offer English brochures and audio guides. There are also English QR codes next to many of the artworks in the galleries, so scanning them will give you helpful background information to better understand and appreciate each piece.
And we appreciate your recommendations and your coverage today, Yaeyoung. See you next time.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you for having me.